Hey guys, it's Cole from A+ Power Sports. Today we're going to take a look at this 2020 RZR Pro XP Ultimate Edition. So this thing has Dynamics Fox suspension on it and a 7-inch Ride Command touchscreen display. We're going to take a look at that and run through the different features it offers. Alright, so let's run through a couple features that this Ride Command offers. You always got to click OK. Now the front home screen, you're going to have all your different gauges that you need right here in the front of you, and it's also on an LCD screen right in front of the steering wheel as well. Now this does have dynamics, so it has a gyro in it, which has your positioning of your steering wheel, the brakes, and how much input is coming from the rear wheels, and it adjusts its suspension automatically. But even on a regular Ride Command screen, it's going to look very similar to this. You can see your miles per hour, your RPM gauge, battery voltage, engine temperature, odometer and tripometer, and you can flip through the different modes to see what we're working with here. If you double click this, you're able to see your dynamic suspension. Right now we're set at comfort, so it's the lowest setting that this offers. But as I increase and press the brakes like I am now, it stiffens the front suspension to allow it to not dive while going through corners. So that's a very cool feature. You'd have to check out the dynamics itself. You can go back through the different home screen styles. It'll change the way it looks as well. Those are your three different modes on the home screen. Now if we click this little arrow here, it'll bring up our GPS map display. Okay, so now that we're on the map screen, you have a couple different features you can touch, and they do different things. So you can zoom in and zoom out using this plus and minus arrow. The bottom, you have your little pin marker. When you open this up, you can see your current ride. You could add a waypoint. So if I were to drop a waypoint here, it's going to drop one right away. I can go in with the pencil and edit it, and we could name it A+ Power Sports, or wherever you're at. If you're at your cabin or a cool waterfall feature, something on the trail that or point of interest, you can name that how you'd like to. You can also go to your rides and waypoints, so it'll save your tracks. So if you just went on a ride today and it was a super cool trail, you want to send it to your buddy, you can save it and then you can share it to another vehicle or share it to your phone through Ride Command. The coolest feature that I think that 2020 models have now is the group ride. So if we click this, you can set it up between your phone. So if your friends in the group don't have the actual Ride Command screen itself, they can use the Ride Command app on their phone, and you guys can link your vehicles together to see where you're at. We're just, for demonstration purposes, going to link a couple vehicles to see how it works. So vehicle to vehicle, group ride. Yes, we have an antenna installed. And then if we had the Ranger next to me on, it would come up with our friends list, and we could add them to a ride. And then we can track each other. Now you don't need wireless service to have this, so your phone doesn't have to work. You can be in the middle of nowhere and still find where your friends are at. It's a very cool feature. That's pretty much it on the map screen. You can of course turn north up, or you can have it the way the pointing way of the vehicle, and have the map work around you. If we go to our little phone button, which is our next button on the bottom, we have to add my device. So my phone found the device already, and I would click yes, we're going to pair it, and I can run through everything here. So if I'm getting a call while I'm driving the RZR, it's going to pop up, it's going to stop my music, it's going to show the phone number or the person that is calling me, so I can decide if I need to pull over and stop and take that call while I'm driving. You can go through your contacts list, you can enter phone numbers through keypads, and it'll call through your phone. You can look at your messages, and you can change your different devices. So if I had different devices in here, I could hook them up to the different music, and they can play their songs off their phone. Now this little Polaris button in the center, this brings up your settings. Now you can change your brightness, you can change it from auto to day to night. The night mode's kind of cool, it stays black, but right now it's we're inside, so it's going to stay dark. You can look at your gauges, your map, your phone. That's another way to use these buttons at the bottom, but the buttons at the bottom are a little bit faster. We can go to music. You can have AM or FM radio stations down at the bottom. If you find a radio station you like, you just hold this to set it. Just like in the newer vehicles, it'll automatically save it there. If we click on the source, you can go through AM radio. The weather radio is a nice feature, so if you're out and you need to figure out what the weather for the day is going to be, you're able to listen to it here. You can hook your phone up through USB or iPod, which is up in the center console here. And there's a little USB port that you can even play if the older phones don't have Bluetooth. Or you could decide to play Bluetooth. And if I were to play music on my phone, you could turn it up and down through here. You can see your volume is coming up through the bottom. Now your steering wheel on these Ride Command models allow you to adjust your volume from the steering wheel, so you never have to take your hands off the wheel while turning through tight woods or open terrain. You can pause and play music right away. And this little Polaris button at the side, it will adjust how your Ride Command screen, or what it's going to display when you click the button. I don't think this one's set up right now. No, it's not set up yet. But if I were to have it set up between the home screen and the maps, you would just hold this button down and it would flip between the two without having to take a hand off the steering wheel to get to the buttons on the side. Since we are in an ultimate vehicle, this does have dynamic suspension, like I had said. Your shocks are controlled right through here. So we're on comfort setting at the very bottom of the softness. You can turn it up to sport mode, and you can turn it up to firm. Now, one of the coolest features I think Dynamics has, we're gonna ride all day on the trails in comfort. You see a big bump coming up, or you're gonna go off a little bit of a jump. If you hold down the X button here, it goes to full hard, and you're at set to 10, so you don't have to worry about bottoming out. And as soon as you release it, it has a few seconds where it stays at full hard, and then it goes back to soft. These are just some of the features of the Ride Command model. There are more things that you can, once you buy one and play with one a little bit, it's really cool what the Ride Command, GPS, radio, everything can do, but get in one and check it out. All right, if you guys have any questions, give me a call, leave me a comment in the section below, or you can email us. To see all my current inventory, check out aplusride.com. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see all my latest weekly videos. Thanks for watching.